Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the second quarantine edition of the Slim and Bone Show. My name's Adam Bone Shibashevsky, alongside Chris Slim Kearns. Tonight, we're going to get into the NFL, what's going on there. Training camps should be beginning next month. Jamal Adams has just requested a trade from the Jets, and the Eagles are one of the 7 teams on his list to be traded to. Go to the NBA. They'll be starting up at the end of July down in Orlando. Hopefully, with this spike in the coronavirus down in Florida, we'll see if there's any hold up there. And the NHL is going to start around the same time as the NBA. We're going to talk about how the NHL is probably the best in shape out of all this, shockingly, given that their commissioner is probably the least like commissioner of all sports until Rob Manfred came in, and we'll get into that and how the MLB and the owners are still going at it over the money dispute and games. So, start off with the NFL.
And the biggest news, the news right now is Jalen Adams. I'm not sure it was 2 hours ago or about 90 minutes ago. Jamal Adams. Who the hell is Jalen Adams?
I have no idea.
Sounds like a player too, though, doesn't he? Brother, get both of them play safety. We got 2 spots. But no, Jamal Adams. Schefter tweeted out the little list, 7 teams. As per the course of the Eagles, every time a name comes out, the Eagles are on the list. I'm starting to think, and I heard this the last go around with Clowney, that agents just know to leak Philadelphia because we'll create even the smallest amount of buzz with how hyped we get about every little thing. Because in my opinion, and I don't know really how GMs even want to work their football trades anymore, but what do you give up for that guy? I know we're hurting cap-wise. I know if we don't have I don't think we're going to sign a replacement for Brandon Brooks, who got injured for the season just 2 days ago. I think we'll keep Matt Pryor, but we might want to sign a vet dude on the cheap as a backup again. Bring another guy in because the offensive line is going to get injuries down. There's going to be guys that probably get hurt this season as well. Yeah. So we have limited cap space, and we need still to do moves.
And you're probably going to have more people on the roster, so that's going to increase the money you spent in your cap room too, because of the pandemic.
And and the next season, you don't know how much I'm not sure how it works with football. But I know with basketball, they don't know what the next season's cap will be.
Oh, it's the same way. It goes over the revenue.
So they don't know what the revenue is going to be for either of the teams. Pretty interested. I'll be shocked if we get him. If we do get him, it's a complete game changer. You go back through the schedule.
Better than Jalen Mills.
He's definitely better than Jalen Mills. I honestly would have to go back. I don't watch too much of the Jets. The Jets are easily one of the least entertaining teams in the entire league.
They usually had a good defense. Last year they had a pretty
decent defense.
Yeah. Just their offense stunk. But once Darnold came back, they were winning some football games.
And now is Adams,
like the Eagles' offense, they didn't do much last year. They didn't do shit against the Jets. That was their defense that won them that game. Their offense didn't do nothing.
That game stunk. That game stunk. The Bears game stunk. The Minnesota game stunk. The fucking Dallas Cowboys game stunk. The Patriots game stunk. And then people tell me that Carson Wentz was good last year. And I know his receiver stunk, but no, the whole offense stunk, including Carson Wentz. I just think, and half those games are at home.
Yep.
So I'm really unsure of where I think the Eagles are going to fit in. I'm not expecting too much from the Giants. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens in the Eagles. But in terms of Jalen Adams, I'll be shocked that we get him. If we do, obviously a complete game changer. And then on the off chance we do get him, then I'll temper my expectations of what I think of him as a player. Right now, I don't know I don't have a great deal of understanding how great he is or isn't. I know I was for 2 first-round picks. I was out on Jalen Ramsey, right?
Yeah.
So for 2 first-round picks, should I be in on a Adams? I'm not sure yet. So I'm not sure where I put his price tag.
And look at that, what happened with the Rams.
Yeah, but we'll
Now
be
they're
fine.
trying to sign him.
Yeah,
They're trying to sign him.
Now they're going to sign him?
They're trying to. He wants to be the highest paid corner in the league.
Yeah, I'm happy we didn't do that. And he's a prima donna. He would have probably walked all over fucking Peterson.
Steelers got to steal with Fitzpatrick. That's what the deal the Eagles should have jumped on. That was the first one.
Yeah. I have some confidence in Jalen Mills, right? Yeah, none. Just the Eagles secondary the last 2-3 years has been such a fucking shit show that I don't even worry about learning who is decent or not. I know they had Jenkins, who wasn't even in the secondary. He played 60% up in the box. And then I like Maddox at times. I know everyone's saying Maddox might want to go over to safety. I guess that's not happening.
Yeah, I like Maddox. I think it was just that game against the Packers where he got hurt and he was going up against Devontae Adams. That was like his first big game against an elite receiver, and it showed.
And Maddox made the he stripped the ball out of that dude's hands in the end zone. It was a great play.
Yeah.
And we forget Will Park, 1-year deal. He's playing home in Philly, which I like. He's going to be excited, And we signed Darius Slay. So if we get Adams, that really makes Slay and Adams really makes the secondary phenomenal. But like I said, I'm not sure if 2 first-round picks would do it. The other big news is Brandon Brooks. I'm going to listen to Trey Thomas, who I heard on sports radio, and he tweeted out highlights. I've yet to watch it. Apparently, he tweeted out like 10 minutes worth of film on Matt Pryor, and it's all good things. So I'm confident.
Well, aren't all highlights good things?
He did a film breakdown though.
Oh, okay.
Thomas, yeah, he didn't do like a highlight. But yeah, I guess it was also I didn't watch yet.
I got a theory on this Brandon Brooks thing. I think he got hurt. He did something to his leg during doing this jiu-jitsu shit, and then he went and aggravated it further, and it happened to be the worst case scenario when he was practicing. And he's still doing that stuff, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, you think he did that? I'm saying, you think he did that doing jiu-jitsu, and now he is still doing jiu-jitsu? That's pretty crazy because it seems like he doesn't even need his Achilles for jiu-jitsu or some shit. You really think that's what happened? If you had a guess?
I don't think he tore it there, but I think he aggravated it doing.
Right. Because he tweeted what he did. Did you see that?
Yeah, but he broke off doing like a sprint or something.
Yeah, he was doing some kind of sprinting drills. Ooh, maybe. That's not good though. Yeah, that sucks. Because now we don't have him and we don't have Peters. We're going to be having 2 completely new guys. But hey, the positive is these should be the guys as long as they're ready through training camp, which I know people have questions with Dillard for sure. But they're going to start week 1 together. So if they stay as a unit, they can at least grow together and get better and better and better. So an offensive line, that's half the battle. Just keeping the same guys out there, getting to know each other's weaknesses or whatnot. Kelsey is going to have to be ready to have a big year. I know Kelsey. Everyone loves Kelsey. I've heard people say he's the most underrated Eagle of all time, which is ridiculous. He's probably borderline overrated, or he's probably rated. But it's a lot of it's going to be on him, and I'm sure he'll be fine. But he has a lot more work to do now without Brooks next to him and Peters.
Yeah.
Good news, Lane Johnson looks like he's on that fucking
juice again.
Yeah, baby.
That would suck if he got caught.
Oh my God! Imagine that. He can't get caught. He's begging them to test him, I think. You see his workout videos? Dude's a savage, man. He's an animal. Him and Baldinger. He has Baldinger in there.
Yeah.
You see Baldinger in there? You didn't see the videos of Baldinger lifting?
Smell something burning.
About a month ago, Baldinger is in his workout room.
No.
Baldinger's a bad dude, man. He was deadlifting
Really?
with fucking Lane Johnson, dude. Yeah.
How's he doing that with crooked ass fingers?
This didn't need him. It was kind of like, I think he stood inside it. I think it's like, it wasn't the bar in front. It was like that little, just the avant-garde one. Avant-garde.
Did you hear Peterson's press conference?
I heard what he mentioned about Rager learning behind Jackson, those comments, and how he's going to learn each position one at a time.
He sounds. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear it, but I heard the part where he's pretty high on Alshon Jeffrey coming back and being a big part of the offense. I don't know if it's just a smokescreen or.
Jeffrey tweeted himself working out today. He's all new hairdo, summer shirtless pic stuff. But we'll see what happens with him. It doesn't look like he's going anywhere. It looks like whatever that was, a $14 million cap hit or $15 million, whatever it would have been. Howie Roseman's afraid to eat it. So, if he plays, he should be motivated because this is also a contract year, I believe. With him being in his contract year, he's like the oldest 29 or 30-year-old in the NFL. Maybe or if he wants to stay in the league, he has to be productive the games he plays. What I see happening is him missing a large portion of the season, maybe to start off, and then coming, being half decent, us being, I'm not sure where we'll be, but him getting with us once we're already in a flow,
Yeah, he's probably going to miss at least half the season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's only going to have to perform for a few games, so it's not that big of a deal. You can play with a racist quarterback for a quarter of the season,
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully
What's that?
Hopefully Jackson stays healthy. But the truth of the matter is too, if Rager, like the concerns that were brought up this afternoon with Peterson's comments, were if Rager is only going to learn one position at a time, and he's not getting the grass time. That's what Peterson was saying, the grass time. It's going to take him a minute. You should put in plays that he knows on the other positions, like let him learn the Jackson plays or the Jackson position, the Y position, whatever they call it. But also make sure he knows at least 2 or 3 plays on each one, just so you have them on the field, Because if he's not on the field, that's going to be a huge concern for sure, especially with Jeffries, because now you're back to Jackson, Greg Ward, and Arcega-Whiteside.
Yeah, and what's that guy? He's a wild card.
Yeah, man, I don't know what's going to happen with that guy. I'm hoping he's better than this because he has to be. You got to be better than this. And that Rager's faster than all those guys, so the speed dynamic is all fucked up if you don't have Rager and Jackson both out there. I mean, I know they're going to worry about Jackson, but you still want the most speed at all times on the field. So we'll see. I'm excited for football to start getting back. I'm afraid, however, and I think maybe Dr. Fauci might have some comments today. I think people are like anti-Fauci now, right? I was anti-Fauci before fucking everybody was anti-Fauci. You know what? I'm back. I'm pro-Fauci now.
Dude, I think it's weird.
Fucking
like
people.
the NFL basically controls the world.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. But the more and more these players are getting testing positive as they're practicing, that's not a good sign. And then you got Harbaugh saying how are we supposed to practice, work out, and all this other shit And that's not a good sign either.
And this is what I believe. They can just all catch it and be fine. You keep them in the bubble. Most of them will survive it. You have hospitals, whatever. You know? Like, you've been out since day one of coronavirus. I've been out and about. Like, the fact that me and you were doing Zoom is just fun. You know? Like, it would be no issue for you to come over here or whatnot. I know we're not wrestling and shit like that, but I know guys who date nurses who were quarantined with them wrestling with their nurses every night they came home. So this whole thing's been a fucking get these guys there, get them tested, make sure they have their personal fucking doctor say you might be at risk for this, and that, and then you got to go with the NFL doctors and do both. And then they keep them all together. I mean, even if they test positive, I don't think it's the biggest deal. I think a lot of people had it. And I know a lot of times you get these research papers and they're not like solid or like certified yet, or they're not 100% peer review because they're coming out so fast. But it seems like the people who are the most healthy are the people, or not the most healthy, but the most immune to it, or the least symptoms, are the ones that are fucking just around nasty ass viruses all the time, you know? So we'll see.
The thing is, like,
the thing is too, it's gonna put back hard in the fall.
Yeah.
The summer's not the time to worry about it, you know? And the fall is gonna come.
But down in Florida it's going on now.
Say it again? Yeah, in Florida. Yeah.
Like certain states it's like picking up again. And it's like warmer states.
Yeah, it's smaller. It's like more rural states and shit.
And
the PA just got a shout out for being one of the best at handling it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which is the rest of the state. It's not Philadelphia, because in Philadelphia it's been a fucking zoo since.
Yeah, it's out west.
Yeah, it's where there's no people. You know? Yeah. And then you got these fucking retards saying, look, Philly did it right. It's like, not really. We're like,
yeah. Yeah, out west has been in the green states for 2 weeks already.
Yeah. But we're looking at July 3rd.
But my thing is, like, the NFL, they've been all fine and dandy going on with everything, pushing everything through. They're in their all season. Like, so they haven't had to deal with playing actual games.
Right.
And, like, all that practice. And, like, you got the OTAs and all that, but.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, I'm kind of, like, following, like, getting ready for the NFL and stuff. But at this time, usually I'm pumped for fantasy, you know, or something. Yeah, I get fantasy early.
I actually just wrote down everybody's potential keepers and all that shit last week.
But this year it's going to be a mess, because I think they're going to start the season and then cancel the season. I think we're going to end up having canceled sports again come November-ish.
I can see that.
Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm completely wrong. But we'll see. What was the next topic after the Eagles?
Talk NBA.
The NBA. So the NBA was that they're still planning on coming back in mid-July.
End of July. Was it July? I think it's July 23rd to the 28th. They're going to play like 3 preseason games.
Yeah.
Like little like warm-up games before they start playing. And then July 30th, I think that's when they'll start playing the 8 games. That's when their TV deal money kicks in. But then you got Kyrie Irving. He's, the earth's flat. We know that from before, and now he's trying to start his own league. Boycott the NBA, start his own league, so we ain't got to deal with it.
Is that what he's doing?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, for the record, I think he took back the earth's flat comment. I think he did. Perhaps, I don't know the hell Kyrie's doing, but he might just want to be. He might just be trying to get the NBA to be even like way more into activism and shit. Like, did you see those NBA logo design T-shirts, jerseys? They say like it's the Milwaukee Bucks says something. One says like embrace diversity. One says fuck was it say? No justice, no peace, shit like that.
Okay. Yeah, but he's more like, like he thinks that playing a game is like taken away from getting the word out. Like they ain't going to be on no
Right.
platform. He's
Can't
an
do
idiot.
both.
He's an
Right.
idiot. He got his money. He just don't want to play no more. He's probably afraid to get
He's not
hurt.
playing this season regardless.
Oh,
He's not.
yeah. That's right. That's right. He is out hurt.
I see where he's right to a point to where if you're
No,
gone,
he's playing.
no, he's not. I don't think he's playing.
No, he is.
I don't think he
Durant's
is.
not playing. I'm pretty sure he is, though.
I think he's hurt. We're not going to get into Ben Simmons, but my bold prediction is Ben Simmons aggravating his back in the playoffs.
I don't think he's going to play.
You don't think he's going to play at all?
No.
He has to play. Dude, he's doing dunks today. You see him?
No, I didn't see that, but.
Oh, now I'm off what I was going to say about Buck. Oh, he may just think that a lot of
it's shoulder surgery. That's right.
that a lot of coverage. Kyrie probably thinks that a lot of coverage would be on the NBA and just not on whatever. But what he should be doing is being out in the streets trying to get something. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. I don't really give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so do you want to talk to Sixers and how they think they're going to look going into this? Because we're talking they're going to have a whole new starting five. Like they're
That hasn't played a game yet. But
Yeah.
are the 8 games counting towards the standings, or are the standings set already?
No, they're to figure out the rest of the standings.
Oh, really?
Yes. So we got some bums on there. Like we get to play Washington, who was like I guess in the playoff picture.
So what is it, like their last 8 games that they were supposed to play this season, or is it their next 8 somewhere they left off?
They picked teams that were all in the race.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
That's why
Okay,
there's
got it.
like 9 Eastern teams and like 12 Western teams.
Okay.
And I think they were gracious. I think like the Wizards are like 6 or 7.5 out. Yeah, they might be 6.5 or 7.5. They got 8 games, some shit like that, you know. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the Sixers are going to look like. I'm mostly intrigued with. I know what Ben Simmons is going to look like. You know, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, he's got enough selfies.
If Simmons is healthy, I know what he's going to look like on the floor. I want to see what Embiid looks like. I mean, hopefully
he probably looks like me and you.
I don't think so. He can't. Is he living in Philly still?
I don't know.
Just got his driver's license.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh.
Yeah, so
he shouldn't even got one, man. Or just have a fucking driver.
I know.
Right? I have a chauffeur. Be one of the first things I get. Sign a contract. Honestly, that's a job you can get one of your buddies to have.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's how you don't get DUIs and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Anything. You don't get pulled over. You can't. Anything. I could think of a million things.
But what the hell was I going to say? So, are they going to do the? I didn't really read up on the. Is it going to be everybody like 1 through 16 seeding?
Normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think everything
that was talked about, right?
Yeah, they're throwing out a lot of bullshit, dude. I hate that shit, dude. They just, I mean, they're always trying to change it. I am not sure I entirely get why. You know, like I said, like once in a while, I like to move like the extra wild card team I like for baseball. But now it's just, we'll see what happens. I think the Sixers are in the same spot they were in when the season ended. They're going to have a couple. They're going to need miraculous performances by Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons to get probably even past the first round, to even get past the second or third round.
Did we talk about the owners' proposals for like for being like higher seeds and shit like that on the last one?
No.
So, like, one of the things proposed was whoever had they should choose hotels by record. So if you had the best record in the league, you should get to choose your hotel first.
Right. It's pretty fun.
Another one was the higher seed in the game, whatever game gets to designate, or the series gets to designate one player to be charged 7 fouls before fouling out.
Wait, why? Why would it do that one?
And because they don't have the home court advantage no more. This is a way to kind of give them some type of advantage for having a better record.
Okay. What would you think fair for that?
What's that?
What do you think's fair for that? Giving the guy 7 fouls is kind of fucking stupid. 6 is a lot.
Yeah. So another one was you get to bring your home floor to the Orlando.
I like that
play
one.
On that. That's so stupid.
That's easy to do. You can fucking. What are they doing with the broadcast teams?
They're going to be broadcast.
Like we're not getting off.
I know with baseball. I don't know what it is with NBA. I know with baseball they're going to be doing it from their, like if for road games, they'll be doing it from their home ballpark.
Gotcha. Yeah, they can just. I guess Zoom off can probably just do it from his fucking house.
But I think the NBA. I think they all might be going. But like the writer, like even because the writers were talking about how they'll be away from their family for like 3 months.
That's not bad. I mean,
it's basically pointless because they're not going to be able to go in the locker room.
Right. And they're not going to have the benefits that all the NBA hotels are having.
Yeah.
But it will still be cool. You know, it's going to be an experience. And all those guys that say they're scared, they're fucking liars. That's all I'm saying. Coronavirus sucks. You got to be careful. You got to be clean. But we can 100% get back to rocking. The winners look like it's going to be an NHL, and they're just set to go. I haven't heard shit about them besides they're the opposite of Manfred. They're quiet the whole time.
Yeah.
It's smooth running.
They don't have the seat. They have the seedings down except for the top 4 seeds. I think. Like right. Everybody's. I think they're going to play like a little schedule or something, and then the top 4 seeds are going to play round robin to determine seeding.
I remember that now, and I keep forgetting all the dates. When is this going to start?
July 30th.
July 30th. What sport are you most excited for?
The one that's going to happen, that's probably definitely going to happen, that's hockey.
I'm most excited for hockey, too.
Because the other ones are like a crapshoot.
Right. I mean,
I don't think baseball's happening.
We fall into, obviously, the NBA is talking. The NBA is going to be a TMZ gossip show in Orlando. That's going to probably end up with some phony baloney bullshit finals. But with hockey, the Flyers, they might be the 1 or 2 seed.
Yeah.
So they got a much better chance than the Sixers. They got the better coach, it looks like, even though I can't remember his name. And I'm ready.
Alain Vigneault?
Yeah. Well, what are we calling him? Van?
What?
What's his nickname?
Oh.
How do you say his name?
Alain Vigneault?
Vigneault?
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do as a diehard Philadelphia sports fan is prepare myself for the Flyers. I'm going to go through the roster again. I'm going to see where the stats are at. Shout out to Oscar Lindblom. He just did his last chemo treatment.
That was false.
That's not false. He just did, I swear to God.
There was a report that came out from Jim Jackson like a week ago.
And that wasn't true?
No. They found out it wasn't true. Yeah.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, they got bad info. I don't know.
Ooh, that stinks. Whatever. I mean, keep fighting. Oscar strong, though. It seems like everything's going well in his direction, at least.
Isn't that he's got the same cancer that a cousin of yours had that passed away?
Yes. But it all depends. Cancer's crazy.
They caught his early, in which your cousin's case they didn't, correct?
Yeah, and my cousin had it spread.
Yeah.
So, and even now, even at the later stages, lymphoma was still one of the easier ones to attack first. But yeah, that's it. It's terrible. And my cousin actually didn't do chemo, so I don't know. I know chemo. I know people that have done chemo, and it is brutal to see. It's fucking terrible. To be as young and to be a pro athlete like him is insane. But
yeah,
hopefully everything goes well. And it's going to be a great feeling because he seems like the kind of guy that's going to get back on the ice and be a fucking good player again. So, and this Flyers team seems, they seem fun. They just seem a little bit different. And I was in and out on them last year, this year again. But then once they started winning, it's time to jump back on. It's time to dish the Sixers, dish the NBA. The NHL is actually the product we fucking want. They had no quotes from the beginning. They were ready to fucking when and where. The MLB players when and where. The NHL players said that fucking 3 months ago or whatever. So, yeah, I'm most excited for the NHL, and you will be seeing me buy some more knock-off NHL merchandise.
At CK Shirts,
Yes. CK shirts under a rebrand and potential sponsor once the rebrand comes. We're waiting to get back some LLC stuff.
Oh. So now.
And that next one's baseball.
Yeah, the elephant in the room.
Unlike Gary Bettman, or whoever the hell's the NHL commissioner right now, Manfred's out there taking a fucking beating. He's doing interviews too often, I feel like. And there's nothing to say, there's nothing to say. And the fact of the matter is, players want the amount of money the players want, according to the owners, is going to make the owners lose money for the season. And that's that.
And we all know that's phony baloney.
You believe that's phony baloney?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I had.
They won't show them their books. They just signed a $1 billion TV deal with TBS. TBS broadcast the 2 round. They switch off from the LCS games and they do the wild card.
I don't think it's phony baloney for every team, dude. I really don't. I mean, I would have to look into it. I just, and to me, it doesn't matter if you are a billionaire. Why would you start something that's going to lose you money? Why even do it that year? Just fucking, and then the players got caught. Everyone thinks the owners got caught, but it's the players who got caught because they signed that 50-game mandate or whatever the fuck that bullshit is.
I know, but the owners didn't want to implement it.
The owners did it first. That's where we got the 50 games from. But now the players want to shut up. They're trying to just squeeze it through.
No, the
players want more games now, right? So
they're always going to want more games.
Yeah, they're saying when and where because now they want the more games. Well, they just wasted the thing with their thumbs up right.
No, they could have basically on Sunday. MLB sent the the PA sent the proposal, and they told them, or they rejected their proposal, and they said, we're not going to negotiate no more. Just tell us when and where, because Manfred said on Thursday at the draft that there will be a season 100%.
Yeah, I saw that.
And which means he was going to implement that 48-game season.
Okay.
And they called their bluff. They weren't ready. They had no. The commissioner and the owners didn't want to do this 48-game season at all.
Gotcha. Because they're going to lose money. The
Either
players
way, they're saying they're going to lose money, but they called their bluff, and now they wanted to renegotiate because the players. So they tried to do. I think they proposed like 60 games. Players threw out from 70 games, so they're going back and forth again.
The problem is Manfred should just shut up.
Yeah, and supposedly this is like why he became commissioner, because
labor talks.
he's like a labor lawyer, and he helped like do the 94 strike after the strike. He helped do that.
Well, here's the thing: the players can't win. There's no winning for the players.
What's that?
I don't see how the players win in this. Like, I'm not sure what the fuck they're fighting for. Just fucking shut up and play, and fucking let's get to the next year. You'll fucking survive.
Because it's all about next year. If they split, the owners are going to want it.
They're going to get. Dude, they were already fucking crying for their contracts. I can't wait to see what the contracts look now. And you know what? I'm not going to feel bad at all. They're giving the owners outs. Were they not? They've been crying tampering for 3 years already for fucking these players' contracts with the owners lowballing them. And now the owners it's going to be way worse, and it should be. And it sucks for the MLB.
We'll see what happens. But I don't think there's going to be a season there. I just think at some point it's going to go too late, and they're going to say, dude, we can't do this.
And the big news now is, I didn't see the exact wording, but we just had the DH, the NL, overnight. They slip it in like a fucking filibuster.
No, it was agreed upon.
That's fucking
because the way they're doing the schedule is it's going to be all AL East, NL East.
That makes sense. As long as I'm fine with the DH for this one goofy season. But
well, it's for next year too.
And forever.
But it's probably just going to go in.
Yeah, I'm out on the. It kind of sucks. I think it definitely.
Why? Did you ever hear the story about the DH?
Huh?
Did you hear the story about why the NL doesn't have a DH?
What's the story?
So when they voted on it or something, and they one of the teams from the NL, one of the delegates, were there, couldn't make it, and they wouldn't let them just give their vote like an absentee vote, and he would have made it the majority, or not the like whatever amount of votes they needed to pass it, and he missed it or something like that.
Oh, his fault. I mean, I still like the DH, or I mean, I'd rather the NL not have the DH.
Why? This benefits the Phillies.
First off, it does. First off, I like the idea of two different leagues. You know, I think that's cool. I think having a league where there's DH and a league where there is no DH and they play each other at the end of the year in a fucking World Series is fucking cool. That's down gone.
You sound like John Ritchie.
What's that?
You sound like John Ritchie.
Now that that's done, I mean, they fucked up interleague play due to, would they have more teams in or some shit? Whatever. Interleague play is a little goofier.
It's even.
It's even. They changed.
There's 15. Yeah. So there's an interleague series every series of the year.
And I know you don't have to pull your pitchers often, and pitchers don't bat well, but they do bat. You know, it is a thing. Sometimes they do get walks. Everyone's throwing around these percentages and stuff. And yeah, I get it. A lot of times they're automatic outs, but that's part of the strategy. You know, that's the way you end up building a lineup. And people act like you still don't have to pull guys and whatnot, saying that these pitchers all get pulled in the 5th inning. That's not true. That's not true if you have a fucking dog going in the playoffs. It's just not. And that's when, baseball, just like how the NBA is watered down, and I guess the NFL a little bit, the regular season is completely different. Once you get in the playoffs in baseball, we saw this with the Kansas City Royals 4 or 5 years ago, go to back-to-back World Series playing small ball. So it's a thing. It's funny enough, they're an AL team, but I don't know. I thought it was unique. I like it. I liked it.
Another thing that was changed, which was supposed to start this year, where if you come in as a relief pitcher, you got to pitch to 3 straight batters,
Right?
Or like finish an inning or something like that. If it's whatever.
That was supposed to be this year.
Yeah, that's out.
That's out. I kind of like that. I don't think it should be like that. I think you should be allowed to use any pitcher you want.
So, like, you can't come in, pitch, or now you can still do it, like, come in lefty on lefty, and then righty comes up, bring in another righty.
Yeah. I like the idea of them having to see 3 batters.
Yeah, well,
I like
that's not happening.
Yeah. Well, it might come back.
Yeah. I think that's just for this year.
Because that should help us with the lineups. Maybe, maybe get some more consideration there. Oh, the Phillies. Yeah, the Phillies. Everyone's always said the Phillies are a American League
Wait,
team.
so did you see that the Yankees with the cheating scandal from 2017 that Joe Girardi could be handed some repercussions?
I saw something, but they're not unsealing it, correct?
I think a judge ordered them to seal it or unseal it or something.
Yeah, I think it's staying sealed.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
So that's
And
big
here's a
news.
little known fact: the year Houston beat the Dodgers in the World Series and cheated.
They beat the Yankees in the ALCS.
True. But the Brewers lost to the Dodgers, and they filed a complaint saying that the Dodgers were stealing signs. So
Phillies were stealing signs too, and they were like one of the worst teams in baseball.
yeah, they're probably one of the worst teams at stealing signs. That's what it was. They're probably fucking thinking they got the right signs and fucking it. Oh my god, that dude was a fucking brickhead.
That was before Kapler.
It was before. It was Pete Mackin or whatever else his name was.
Yeah.
Jesus. But hopefully we don't lose Joe Girardi. That would suck because I'm kind of excited to have him. He seems like the fucking man.
Yeah.
He does seem like the man. He's one of the few guys I was excited to have Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is a tool bag. It sucks. But he's cool for kids and shit.
Yeah, he's got wrist tattoos.
Yeah, he's a dude. Like Cool Story Bro or like Clown Question Bro. Playing Twitch. I don't know, dude. Just a little different. So that's all pretty much the labor talks and scheduling for the fucking 4 leagues. I heard something crazy the other day in terms of, so everyone knows how the Sixers made the terrible Markelle Fultz trades and the repercussions and the fallout from that. But I being born in 1990 when this was going down, so I think in 87, the Sixers traded Moses Malone for a dude who only played like a year and a half and was immediately injured. And they also traded someone else and they had the first overall pick. They did 2 trades. They traded Moses Malone and got nothing, and they traded the first overall pick and got nothing. They might have got Cliff Robertson or some shit. And this was like during Barkley's prime. The guy was saying like, this is why this team's always sucked. He said he would have Mo Cheeks. They still would have had Dr. J, like Dr. J about to retire. Got rid of Moses, had Barkley, You had the first overall pick, and you had whatever Moses got you back. And that they brought nothing back from those two. So I'm unsure if I look at Barkley as an all-time Philadelphia great. He's an all-time great basketball player, but playing basketball in the NBA when there's fucking teams that not even – I know maybe it wasn't as bad back then, but teams aren't even fucking trying sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't give too much fucking kudos to anymore.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. The thing WIP's doing with the Go to Broad Street, which in our next episode, we will be doing basically the top 20 athletes born in Philadelphia.
Yep, top 20 born in Philly.
Based off of what WIP's doing with the Go to Broad Street, and which this list is pretty horrifying right now.
And that's what they're calling it, the Go to Broad Street. It was online.
Oh, the last 50 years.
The last 50 years, the voting was online. So, and what else? People who voted got to rank their top 10. Anytime you let people vote, it's going to get fucked up. So.
Hence the Philly 500.
Yeah, we got Nick Foles is in the top 10. He's in not. Yeah, we learned that's why we love the Philly 500. It reminded me of the Philly 500, seeing the names being Jason Peters 20. I mean, what? Like, he's great and all, but he's not on the top 20 list as like a fucking all-time great Philadelphia athlete. All these recent Eagles, like I know McCoy and shit aren't going to make it, but like McCoy should never even be considered. Foles. I think he should be on the top 20 because of the Super Bowl. I do think so.
Yeah, but these idiots are going to vote on number 1.
He's number 9.
I didn't see today's.
And that's his number 2, I think, right? He was number 9 for the Eagles, number 9.
I didn't see today's. What was today's?
McNabb, Perrott McNabb, and Foles.
Oh, that's why they were doing that debate.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think they were 11, 10, and 9.
Are you sure?
I think so. Personally, I was debating my top 5 is tough. I reluctantly, I guess, had to put Michael Schmidt number 1. 3 MVP.
So we'll go with 20 through 9. It's Peters, Hamels, Howard, Moses, Randall, Jimmy Rollins, Eric Lindros. That's it. Joe Frazier was 13. Barkley, McNabb, Perrott, Foles. That's a good spot for McNabb, I think. He should be over Nick Foles.
Above Nick Foles?
Yeah.
I think so.
Nick Foles, maybe 20. Nick Foles stinks.
He was great. He won the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, he did. Good for him. Guy played 3 good games. Actually, 2 good games. 2 good games.
Yeah, they were big games, though. Big games. And his whole story, and that parade happened because of Nick Foles.
Wait, so somebody called up.
Chase Elliott makes my top 5.
Somebody called up today and was like, he was against Foles, and he said to Angela, he goes, "Did you guys see Napoleon Dynamite?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Didn't Napoleon Dynamite just lose his job to Uncle Rico out in Jacksonville?" Talking about Gardner Minshew.
Right.
So, dude, he stinks.
We'll see. He's might have a shot in Chicago. We'll see. I was just going to mention, what the fuck was I just going to say?
I think it should be, that list should be, I think Bernie Perrant should be.
I feel like Perrant and Clark are both top 5.
Yeah.
And I think
Michael,
people
Michael
like
Jack. Michael Jack.
And why isn't Carlton above Michael Jack?
3-time MVP.
Yeah,
Chicks digs a long ball, man.
I think Philadelphians love Carlton way more.
don't know.
I think so. And what about fucking Richie Ashburn? Those dudes.
It's 50 years.
50 years, right? Correct.
I think it should be Schmidt, Clark, Perrant, Dr. J.
Yeah, Dr. J has to be way up there.
Utley's probably going to be 5. Where do you think Iverson's going to come in?
So, do you put Iverson above Dr. J? I think is a legit question.
No, because he didn't win.
Because at the time, the Sixers weren't as popular. Those championship team, the Doctor was the second option. And when Iverson played and was down kicking ass, that was a sight to see.
Mm-hmm.
At least for the 2001 year. After that, they stunk, and people stopped going again. But for 2001, it was definitely a sight to see. I guess you're right. It's hard to put Iverson above Dr. J, but man, we're lucky. There's a lot of people. So that would be to the top. I think it's easy to do the top 10, and then you would have to rearrange that top 10. And I think it would be Carlton, Schmidt. I would have to throw Iverson in there. McNabb, I'm not sure if I throw McNabb in there. Joe Frazier, I would throw in there due to his association with all North Philadelphia and Broad Street and shit like that. What else did we say? Oh, Clark and Perrant. So that's 7 right there. And
Dawkins.
I had Chase Utley 8. Dawkins for sure is 9. So we're all right. Damn, there's going to be a lot of people left off this list. So that's So that's where I got Dawkins above McNabb for sure. Yeah, so that would be. And I would have Utley. I would have Utley above Rollins and Howard. Fucking world champs, baby. World fucking champs. You know, he said that fucking world. That was the shit. All right, anything else? Any fucking closing remarks?
No, so with that episode, our next episode, we'll have a special guest, Brian White.
It'll be top 24 in Philly. We got some good lists. And I got my list. I'll go back with a fine comb, go through it again, make sure it's fucking proper, and make sure I have a few anecdotes for each fucking name I got for you.
I see Whitey's list, and we got a couple surprises on there.
And I'm hoping Whitey can teach us a thing or two.
Oh yeah, he's got it detailed out. He told me what his plan was. He's under the weather. We're going to do it tonight. He's under the weather though. So
good. Yeah, that would be good. That would be fun. Yeah, we threw that on hold after we heard the news. But all right, sounds good. I'm excited, and we're doing top 20 there too, right?
Yep.
Oh man. All right, cool. I'm pumped. I'm Slim.
Bones.
See you guys next week. Hopefully, want to do Thursday again?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Or we'll see. We'll see what's up.
Yep.
See you guys.
Check you later.